not to play a game with you. I would absolutely love to be in Discord with you as you play through one of my favorite games of all time, Outer Wilds. It's a single player game, but it's like a really like it's like a puzzly like
dude, that game is
super narrative. And I would like you only get one real chance to play it. Because like after you've like beaten it, you've like because it's like really story driven.
It's like a puzzle game, like a puzzle story exploration.
No combat, no. It's all just in your head, kind of. So like you only get one that you get to experience it, and then you basically experience it through other people experiencing it. Let me have this, Manny. I need this.
You want to watch me play a game?
I want to watch you play it.
Manny, don't act like that's weird. You used to watch me play Elden Ring for like 3 hours at a time.
It really is an experience, and it's like I think you would be so moved by it, and I really think that you would love it.
Okay, well tell me your best available moment, and I will play the game for you.
Y'all need to record this.
Actually, yes, man, I'm so excited. Okay, let's get going. We got stuff to do. Thank you everyone for coming on an off night. Kind of funny because we switched it Thursday so that Jacob wouldn't miss and then Drew had to miss. So we're still down one, but Jacob, you won.
Yeah, I
win. you won. Congratulations. It's kind of funny. Okay, let me play some music and then tell me what happened last time.
David, is your hair just getting more and more gray?
It really, really is.
It looks good on you.
Thank you. I had one of my like younger cousins, I guess, from my dad's side that I'm not super close with. I saw them at Christmas, and they're like, "Are you gonna dye your hair?" And I was like, "I don't know, maybe." No. Why? Who's asking?
I don't know. Maybe. Why?
No, it's too much effort. But yes, it's getting pretty.
No, but it looks good. Like it's evenly, it's like evenly dispersed. It looks good, man.
That's true. It could be bad. I have one cousin on my mom's side who apparently is who you get your hair from, and he also is getting white hair, but it's all in a big patch right here. It's like a white circle, and then everything else is a normal color. So I'm like, glad we didn't get that close one. All right, what happened last time? What'd y'all do?
We took the dude back, or we got them to meet back all up and explain to them.
We wrapped up the lizard folk shit.
Yeah, you kind of fixed things up with the lizard folk, or really just left them with their shit. And Thunder, you kind of had a moment with the lizard folk. What did you impart on them?
Fear.
Yes. Surefire fear.
Trust
you kind of dropped a little bomb on them and then left. And you stuck up for your main lady Moa.
Well, side lady.
Side lady. You're right, not main lady. That's inexcusable. Your other lady Moa.
Yeah, I'm collecting them.
Damn. Okay, yeah. So y'all, yeah, that's after campaign. Y'all bid farewell to the lizard folk and then reunited with the Archmage, who successfully brought you back to his holding cell. What did he have to share with you there?
Breakthroughs.
Yeah, he said breakthroughs, but didn't tell us anything, so nothing happened.
It's a little complicated. He didn't want to bore y'all, but he's making progress.
And also, we didn't stay because he knew he was probably going to get visited.
Yeah, he was like, "This is a bad time. Come again later." So he sent you on your way to the next place. Where'd you go?
Zazadar.
Yeah, you went to another 1T city. It's these cities that I'm sure you can tell if we had more time, these cities would be quite a bit more fleshed out. There'd be a little more to them, but
it's fine.
We don't have that kind of time, so y'all skirt through them. They're all kind of the same. You successfully get out of the city, and you rest in the jungle. What happened when you try to sleep?
Oh shit!
Thunder had a dream.
Yeah.
And a spider said something about down by the river, and then he started being choked by a spider, but then he woke up and it wasn't the spider.
It wasn't the spider. Oh my god, those fucking snakes on a plane.
Got snaked.
You got snaked. You're all getting wrapped up. You try to wild shape, no avail.
I was getting wrapped up, and I wrapped them back up. It was a mutual wrap up.
Yeah, it was kind of a little like this action, but it was the bigger snake. Who saved you, Thunder?
I was gonna say wildlings, but I wanna respect him by using the proper term. It was Cervidae.
Wow, how respectful of you. Yeah, the Cervidae. They saved you.
They've been watching us.
Yeah, they've been kind of watching over y'all. How'd they get there?
They were gonna teleport via plants, right? And then they essentially the World Tree guided them to Reptua.
Yeah, a little more World Tree fuckery going on. The same thing that happened to you when you tried to transport via plants. A little suspicious, if you ask me.
What's going on here?
I'm intrigued.
Yeah, little bit of mystery going on. So yeah, they found themselves in Raptua. They were kind of guided, possibly by someone connected to the two of you, to you, Thunder. Their stags have been watching over y'all, as y'all have seen multiple times already. They've kind of intervened to help out, and including this time, as you were choking to death, you were watched by a stag, like a little guardian angel. But this time they actually were able to get there and they intervened, and they basically said that they're down to burn it all down. They're here because their god essentially was killed. They kind of lost it all due to the Wanti, so they're feeling a little spiteful. And at this point, they really have nothing to lose. Like, what are they going to do? Kill their god? They've already done that. So they're basically lying in wait for the signal, and then they're going to go all out just this once. Then what happened?
I think we said keep in touch, and went on.
You went on. Looking for the Unk. And what did you find while trying to find Unk?
Found a dungeon.
You found a dungeon. A temple underground.
Oh, that's right, that's right.
Yeah, you walk in, immediately attacked by a couple scorpions.
One was laughing.
Yeah, one was laughing at y'all, just real haughty-like. And,
they got crushed pretty quick.
Yeah.
Yeah. They almost got one shot. But they tried. What did you find in the entrance chamber to this dungeon?
Like a big mural of like I think that's like the snake people taking over or something.
Look at
something
that.
like that.
Yeah.
The Wanti fighting Naga.
Right, yeah. You in the first room you saw a mural of like a map of Raptua. And it kind of showed some border, right? Some border lines, basically some polities. What else did you find in the first room?
Sandy.
It was sandy. One more like item of note. It was kind of prominently displayed. Yes.
Yeah,
a large hourglass on its side on like a little table. But the group of you decided to proceed onwards. I don't remember. Did you take the hourglass or did you just leave it?
No,
we left it.
I think you left it too. And you go to the next room. And in this room, you can see like bookshelves. Everything's caved in a little bit. It's very sandy, like you said, Waco. And you found another mural. This is the one that depicts like the battle scene that the group of you saw between humanoids and large serpents. They're like on a hillish landscape. And it's like pretty easy to tell from the mural that the big snakes are losing pretty bad. And it's called Domination. That's where we left off. Any questions, clarifications anyone wants before we hop on in?
I hope everyone's having a good day.
I think I'm good.
Oh, you too, Manny. Okay, well, if there is anything else, then let's get started. So yeah, just to set the scene for y'all a little bit again, y'all are in a small chamber. It is filled with kind of like the glowing lights of dancing lights, and that kind of gives it a ominous feel of sorts. Your feet are kind of pulling in sand. You can see that there's a lot of sand all around you in this worn and weathered temple. On the one side of the room is the large mural that I just described, kind of faded, a little subdued in places because of its age. And on the other side are large shelves that carry different like materials, scrolls. It not as much as like a storage chamber, but more like a collection of things.
I look around. Is like there anything seemingly of value?
Not particularly. Like it's like in this room, it seems to be almost like hand tools, maybe like kind of like pliers and other kind of like machinery type things. Yes, Halbjorn, an investigation check.
On these scrolls, just checking the scrolls to see what they are.
Sure. Yeah, you rummage through them, and you can see. I actually want to check something really fast. Please hold.
They're all level 7 spell scrolls?
What?
Whoa.
But we still have to roll and re-roll like a 1 on them.
Oh. You would see that that they are all written in common, which is kind of interesting. You find yourself, you kind of realize I can read this, as you begin to pore over them, and you can see that most of them they aren't spell scrolls necessarily. They are instead writings on the usage of spells, definitely magic related. And you can see that each one documents a different spell, like its effects, how to cast it, that kind of thing.
Are these unfamiliar to me, or is this like basic spells and just how to cast them?
I don't think they would be basic spells, but they also wouldn't be like unknown magics. I think what would throw you off the most about them is that they aren't necessarily like titled in the way that you would expect. It's not like it says like fireball at the top. Instead, it just gives like a lofty description of the spell effect, and after thinking about it for a few moments, you would kind of realize, oh, this is detect thoughts.
I'm gonna find one that's like something that's not familiar to me, so maybe it's like a druid spell or something.
Yeah.
And pocket that.
Sure. Yeah. You find one when reading the description, it doesn't ring any bells to you. You're not really sure how to cast a spell that would have that effect. So you take the scroll and kind of slide it in your pack.
Hey, Jin, check the store for traps.
And I walk up and I will give it a good 1 silver.
Okay.
Is this investigation or sleight of hand?
Investigation, please.
This is the door we didn't go through, right?
Right. And yeah, you run your fingers across it, kind of testing the mechanism a little bit, and you feel pretty good that it's not trapped in any meaningful way.
Nah, we're good to go. I think.
Do it.
Yeah, open the door. We can keep looking if y'all need to keep looking.
Send it.
I'll jiggle the handle.
You jiggle, and as you jiggle, it slowly begins to open of its own accord. And you reveal a small hallway.
I imagine it's about to be bright as hell in here.
Yeah, all the lights like go in of their own movement. And at the end of this hallway, you would see another door.
Y'all should come look at this.
At this other door?
Yeah.
And the group of you go inside. As you go inside, you would be taken aback by a few different things that you see in this room. As the dancing lights also kind of swarm in. In the center of the chamber is a large table. You would see like what appears to be maybe like alchemical equipment in the center of it, different ingredients and components. Some of them already been ground into mortar and pestle. You can see the same here, a variety of dusts and powders that have been accumulated from what you would presume to be the table in the center. You can also see several areas where the roots above you have begun to crumble in through the walls, kind of giving more of this erosion aspect to this temple that now lies underground. You would also see that this chamber is equally filled with sand, in some places as high as your ankles as you step over it. You would also see, notably, on this wall here, a large window that looks downwards.
Look down.
And as you look down from the window itself, you wouldn't see the outside, but instead you would see into another chamber below you. And in this chamber, you would see what appears to be like almost sand dunes and large boulders that rise up out of the sand.
I wonder if we need to go grab that hourglass.
We probably should. I'll go run back to the entrance.
Okay.
Well, should we explore the rest of try and explore the rest of this? Like, we still have another door here.
Well, there's.
Yeah, but
We might need to use that for something in these rooms, and we walk past them all. I don't know.
I'm gonna keep going.
You guys were telling me a story this one time where you had a temple, and like you turned an hourglass, and the sand all went up to the top. You guys told me about that story once.
I didn't tell you about that. Who told you that?
Angelos was talking
Dude, we've been
about it.
camping together and
And-
hanging out for like years. What are you talking about?
Jenna, you push further on the other side of the temple.
Oh, I'm sorry. I meant to go back. We can keep going with this if you'd like. But
I think this is where you wanted to go.
yeah,
we can keep going, yeah.
That's okay. I'll close these doors. It's like they never even existed. You grab the hourglass, and as you do, you can see the sand in it kind of shifting side to side as you continue to hold it on its side.
am I able to pick it up?
Yeah, you can pick it up.
Yeah, so I'll pick it up and then go meet up with the group.
Sure. For those of you still in this room waiting for Jin, what do you do while you're waiting for him?
I'm gonna test this door.
I'm
better
checking out
try
all
it.
these powders and see if there's anything I can add to my kit.
I'm channeling my inner Jin to see if it's booby trapped.
The
Yeah.
place is abandoned, so I'm like, surely no one's gonna miss these ingredients.
Ventus, you also run your fingers along the door frame, along the bolts of the door, like you've seen Jin do before, trying to see what he might feel when he does it. You don't feel anything, which either means you did it well and there are no traps, or you did it poorly and there are traps, but you didn't feel them. And
Okay.
you don't know which is which.
I'm gonna try and open the door, but I'm gonna be very prepared to attempt to dodge any explosion or danger.
Perfect. Yeah, you kind
I
of
come
braced
in, like,
yourself.
Huffing and puffing because I
okay.
ran the whole way.
And Jin, you come in the room as Ventus is opening the door.
I give him the thumbs up, just like clear.
Clear.
Hey, I give the hourglass to Halbjorn. Like, you look like you know what to do with this.
I look at it like I have no idea what to do.
More idea than me.
I turn it.
I fight
'Cause
will you
I
try.
imagine I'm just looking
And-
at it right now. So I'm
Yeah,
thinking
and when you do turn it, you watch as all of the sand in the room rises, as though the room has been flipped gravitationally, and the sand rises to the top of the room, like exactly where it was at the bottom, just a thin layer rising up to the top.
Whoa, what are y'all doing? What's going on? looking back through the
Is
door.
there anything under the sand?
And you would see under this dancing light here a large switch.
This reminds me of a dungeon we've been in before, but I don't know if it was Jin or other characters.
It was. I know who it was. It wasn't anybody here.
Yeah, that was all.
Jin. Or oh, you mean which group? Okay, yeah. Yeah, who were?
It was me and Aslo. It was Oliver and
I remember
Aslo.
Aslo's for sure because he fought.
And it was Carter. So I
Yeah.
remember he.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
There was one more. Was it? It was Thunder. Because Yokiza's was with the other group.
I don't know.
Yokiza's went to the waterfall cave.
I appreciate the honesty.
I thought I was with the waterfall because I turned into a jellyfish.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
No, damn.
Yeah.
What the hell? It
Got him.
wasn't just
Maybe-
You spoke
you
so
ripped
confidently,
on
and you're wrong. Anyways,
Well,
back
we
to the
just
game.
lost. We just lost. It makes sense because we just lost Nico. Before
Oh
that.
yeah.
And so the
Alright,
three
cool.
of us. Maybe that was a thing.
Was it Lauren? She hadn't left yet.
I mean, that might have been it.
Yeah, honestly, that might be it.
She didn't
Maybe.
wait until we got back to refuge.
Oh yeah, true that. I know it was me and Aslo.
Wasn't it
I
pretty
know
much
Al-
like
I
exclusive?
know
Too bad
Oliver and
those
Aslo
sessions weren't
and
recorded. I
Carter.
would have loved to see like the breakout
Dude,
between
the like
Lauren and
3-session
Nico again.
argument. And the
Oh,
argument
man.
during. We should have been filming in the office too while we were still arguing about it.
Oh, dude, yeah, edit it perfect. Just edit the shit
I was
out of it.
so out of my DM element. I was just like,
Oh man.
That's just out of a human element. You know what I'm saying? That's just like.
I don't know what to do.
And I love that Nico's like, so why don't we join the drought? And Lauren's like, see, that makes sense to me. I'm like,
Oh
no.
my gosh.
But yeah, for some of you in this group, as you watch the sand rise magically to the top of the room, you would be hit with kind of a wave of not nostalgia necessarily, because it's only been like 8 months or so in game, but definitely a wave of remembrance, of recognition that this is not the first time you've seen essentially this. Like, it's not even like inspired by, it is directly this.
Oh, same actual
I'll
building?
slowly walk over to the
He had it on Jay
switch
Rice board.
with like sweating on my brow. I have to like wipe the sweat off, and I slowly grab the switch and turn it.
Yeah, do it, Halbjorn.
Yeah, and you can hear the mechanics behind it shift, even if you don't see any kind of visual results come out of that.
Okay, let's go back to that other room.
Yeah, I dropped the
There's-
sand back down, and then I
Okay.
take 2 of the lights with me to the other room. But with
I will-
Fael, of course.
Jin, you test this.
Because I'm
I'm
nervous.
just protecting Halbjorn.
Yeah, I'll investigate.
Okay, and then I'll do the same thing in here.
Yeah, and when you do it in here, you watch as the sand also rises. It's kind of like a slow rise, like it would be falling in an hourglass. It's a little mesmerizing in a way as you manipulate the gravity. But when you do so and bring the sand to the top of the chamber once again, you don't see it reveal anything hidden in this room.
Okay, I just give Fael
Okay.
a nod and then head back
Yeah.
towards the group.
Perfect. Jin, you check this door as well. You do not find anything suspicious on this door.
Try to open it.
-1. Oh, we dropped into like a pit or something?
Yeah, it's just like lower. And
grinning makes me
Halbjorn,
nervous.
when you step here, you would feel the ground underneath you kind of tremble in the sand, and spitting up through the sand up towards you
Oh my
is
god.
a
Halbjorn.
large worm that's going to attempt
Wait.
to bite you.
Hold on. Hold on.
Holding.
I
He's on
cannot
a
be
broom.
surprised.
No,
I'm on a broom. A magical broom.
thing.
There's a thing.
The best broom, actually.
It's a broom that flies. It's a wonderful room.
Calm down, Troy.
Baddest
Yeah.
room.
This.
My name is Donald. We know each other.
I guess I had to announce this as a bonus action. Damn it.
His speech pattern is so weird. It's funny.
Never mind.
We'll give you. You notice at the very last second a tremor beneath you, as the purple wormling spouts up and is going to try to bite you.
No,
Hold on.
Holding.
Fabian!
As Thunder screams out. Help you! Yeah!
No, damn
that
well he could
happens,
fly.
An after image, like illusion version of me pops
Uh-huh.
in between the worm's mouth and myself, and he bites the illusion instead.
That's actually really cool. Yeah, you instinctively kind of split from yourself almost, and the you that is left behind is a perfectly imitating illusion that the purple wormling comes up and tries to split its giant maw into, and you watch as your illusion is kind of gobbled up, and as you move to the side, avoiding the attack. Also noticing all of the movement is the other wormling that emerges, and the group of y'all are going to roll for initiative.
And we don't have the
As
fucking hourglass, right? That's somebody else.
That's Halbjorn, I believe.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Where is Ventus?
Because they're coming from the sand on
Oh,
the
never
ground,
I'm,
right?
I'm under Jin.
There you are.
As a free action, can I turn over the what you call it? Hourglass?
I'll let you do it on your turn.
Okay.
I won't roll.
I'll say it's an interaction.
They're using the sand.
Nice by you. Even
Damn.
nicer, Jin. All right, Jin starts off against these little wormlings.
All right.
Describe how you kill him.
Going to attack the closest one to me with my
Okay.
Torch of Aiden.
Oh, how this oh my god. Sword shines when you unholster it like a torch upon the world. Yeah, that is.
And this will be a sneak attack. So I should just need to hit damage, correct? Or do I need to
Click
toggle
damage, and then you'll have to like do the sneak attack thinking. And then it'll just roll the
Yeah.
66. Or you can just do it as a situational bonus. 66.
And then, so that much damage.
You slice into this worm.
And then my Torch of Aiden starts glowing like a really bright yellow gold light.
Yeah.
And I allow Fail to make an attack.
Very nice.
If
Just
you use
like-
your reaction.
Yeah.
I'll probably use it.
Just like Aiden bringing the sun over the world, you lift your torch and provide her light. That hits.
No. Anytime I hit, does it say it on their turn? Damn it. There's no minute. They changed things, so let me make sure. Yeah, it doesn't say on your turn. It's anytime you make an attack.
Okay.
I'll read that. Make sure that I'll.
I trust you.
Yeah, I'll give him a distracting strike as well.
Okay.
The next attack on him will have advantage. Any
Well,
plus-
sadly, Fail, it doesn't. Describe how you cut down this wormling.
Oh dang.
Oh yeah, it's a complete. I bring it from the bottom. Sand comes up with it as it scrapes the ground. You hear it kind of hitting hitting the stone as it uppercuts. He kind of gets
Yeah.
up of his body, you know, kind
Yeah.
of apart and slices it good.
You just split that bad boy
Yeah,
open.
and me and Faya like do it like a cross slash because it's a combo with my.
Oh yeah,
sword tradition.
Oh, yeah.
total teamwork moment.
Yeah, we
And the
both
good
did
of
our
you
move,
watch.
looking at each other like nodding. Hell yeah.
And that worm just falls over.
Game on.
All right. Well, with that, Fail, it's your turn.
Well, Jen, you got anything else?
Oh. I'm sorry, Jen. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
No, I'm done.
Oh shit, man! I don't even see another snail. Or worm. I'll
Snail,
step
a
in.
giant ass snail. I love it.
1, 2, 3, 4. I'll just start running that way. And,
Sure.
Bonus action. Get out my shield. So it's animated in front of me, between like a good 5 foot in front of me, and I'll just prepare an action. If this motherfucker comes in close, I'm gonna fucking clock him.
Nice. Very nice. Ventus, it's your turn.
I'm gonna use my Ray of Frost. I'm gonna point my gun at the worm as if I have bullets in my gun. But since I don't, I'm gonna cast Ray of Frost.
Since I don't, I just think that you have your gun up and then like a little finger next to it.
That's hilarious.
You shoot with the finger.
My finger's not on the trigger; it's just pointing.
Yeah, it's just next to it. You attempt a little Fray of Raw shot, but unfortunately that does not hit.
I'll just end my turn. I think Vahil's got it from here.
Hobjorn, it's your turn.
Halbjorn.
I look at my gun like it's jammed.
Halbjorn pulls his hands out from his waist as if he's holding 2 pistols and points them both at the worm.
Is that you, Finn?
And fucking crits, baby! Let's go!
Baby. Let me show you how it's done.
Just, holy, what the
Holy
fuck?
hell! Yeah!
Fucking
Fuck that worm!
Dude, that is fucking amazing.
That's so funny.
I'm looking at Halbjorn with my beak just as open as it could possibly be.
Oh wait, the math was wrong. You watch as you absolutely annihilate. You like shoot through with like icicle spears through the worm, and you watch as it begins to leak purple worm blood.
And then I turn the hourglass.
Nice.
And I-
Yeah, you watch as as all of the sand rises, and you can see that whenever the sand rises to the top of the room, it exposes the burrow that it was going to retreat into. It's just a large hole in the stone that you can see that these worms have kind of carved into, but it doesn't allow him to be able to burrow down into the sand and evade the group of you now. He's fully exposed. And with that, Thunder, it's your turn.
I pull my finger guns out,
Yes.
and as I do the cocking action, I cast Produce Flame on the tip of my finger, and
A song of
I
fire and ice.
can't see where he's at, so I just like make my way towards my heel. I'm like, oh, there he is. And then I actually I'm behind Fail, and I put my hand on her shoulder, almost like if she's helping me aim. Like, let me line. Yeah, I'm like, let me line this up, and then I hurl it.
Go ahead and hurl it.
Oh yes! I was hoping for that.
What happened?
It was a
Not
critical
one.
miss. No.
Was it really?
It really was, Thunder. I'm so sorry.
I can't even see it.
11.
Because of
Oh,
the build-up, I was
see
hoping
that.
it was gonna be one.
It must have broke. Like, it must not have linked it for you, but here.
What the fuck? I didn't see it.
Man.
I believe y'all. That's hilarious.
No. You watch as the flame goes wide and just kind of peters out on the rock in front of the worm.
All right, for the remainder of my action, I'm distracted by this dancing light, and then I go check out the mural.
And you study it under the glow of the green light. While you're studying the artistic importance of this piece of work, the purple worm is going to attack Fail.
I definitely hit it right with my ready to action.
You have the shield.
And pole arm master.
Oh yeah, especially with Polearm Master. Oh yeah.
Yeah, both. Oh shit, my bad.
And you watch as this blind worm just kind of begins to kind of almost like coil its way towards you, and as it reaches your grasp, you see it coming. You ready your snake bite, and you easily slice into that worm, adding another to your kill count.
Woo, yeah! I start stepping on it a little bit as I pull it out.
And as you do so, you watch as kind of purple liquid begins to sprout out where blood would be. I would let anyone that is proficient in nature roll me a check.
What about if I'm not proficient in nature, but I am a chemist?
Yeah, I can't see any of my dice rolls. What the fuck?
You might reload. Yeah, if you're proficient in alchemist supplies, I'd let you roll an alchemist supply check.
Can you tell me what I rolled?
You rolled a 23, so you'll definitely get it.
Hell yeah.
And it should be like under your items.
I don't know why I would have brewer supplies and not alchemist supplies when I've been making. Well, the black broth apparatus, that's what we were using as that.
Oh, yeah, you can go ahead and use that then. It should prompt like a check or something. Yeah. There you go. And so you would study these a little bit, Halbjorn, as Thunder would also share some of his knowledge, because these are pretty famous creatures, especially in the worlds of D&D. At least the daddy of these is. The two of you would realize that these are purple worms. Really infamous creatures. The big ones. I mean, the big ones are essentially dune worms. And their blood can be used to make a really venomous poison, purple worm poison.
Yeah, I get some empty vials from my kit, and I mage hand grab the tube and start sweeping some up.
Yeah, you'll have to treat it, but this is the good stuff. You could sell this really expensive. These are just babies, so it won't be as potent.
If you could sell it, Aslos wants that.
Yeah, it won't be as potent, but it's still good stuff.
As Thunder for like 6 minutes of like looking at the worm body and looking at the purple blood. After 6 minutes have passed of me just being quiet, I'm like, purple worms.
Purple worms. He did it.
I'm gonna look through these scrolls and see if there's anything more.
Oh yeah, can you explain the mural?
Yeah, Halbjorn, you begin to look through the scrolls as you've been kind of gazing at this mural, Thunder. And this mural would be the biggest one that y'all have seen yet. It is a beautiful mural, one that is extremely well created, even through the varnish and the age that has kind of worn it down a bit. What you would be able to see is the same battlefield that you saw in the mural before between the humanoids and the serpents, the large serpents with the human heads. But in this depiction of the battle, you would be able to see that the sky is a strange color, kind of like a reddish red with gold sun shafts coming down from it. And what you would see is in the center of the mural, kind of the way that this art piece is framed, is in between the humanoids and the serpents on the ground that are fighting. In the sky is one single large serpent, bigger than anything else in the depiction. And around the sun shafts would be large, kind of like almost angelic wings coming off of the serpent. And you would be able to see at the bottom of this mural, kind of like the other one was given a title, So was this one. It is entitled Intervention.
How do we get to this dungeon again?
You had to go underground.
I'm gonna cut out this mural and roll it up and put it in my bag of holding.
Wow, you take it. Do you feel bad at all?
No, because I feel like this is like very interesting history,
Uh-huh.
and like maybe other people would like actually enjoy it if this is like some hidden temple. Like
Oh,
it's
yeah,
not
I
gonna
see
be
what you're
as
saying.
appreciated.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not for like a personal collection. It's more like
To
for like
share
the
with the
school or
world.
something. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that makes
Yeah,
sense.
but-
That makes sense.
Better put it on the map and all that too.
Yeah, let it get
Yeah.
Right, like mark it down.
Like,
This
if-
where we got it.
If we happen to backtrack, I'll get the other murals and stuff for the as well. But I'm not gonna backtrack yet.
Yeah, no, I like that. And Hobjorn, as he's studying the mural, you would be looking through the scrolls, and you can see that these appear to be like accounts, not like diaries per se or journals, but more like historical accounts of what appear to be like names. Like there's a scroll for each individual, it seems, and it's described like kind of their life, and their last seen location.
I start just stuffing these into the bag of holding.
Yeah.
This is history, so like learning
Yeah.
how to cast spells, whatever. This is like history, so I'm like shoving it. I'm trying to get as much history as possible.
Yeah, these documents definitely seem to be much more archival. Like you can tell that someone attempted to create a collection of last seen accounts of like I said, like individuals. Every individual has their own scroll.
No names that I recognize.
No, and even the language of the names wouldn't be familiar to you. Like you wouldn't look at it and think dwarven names or elvish names. You're assuming some kind of native Raptuan name that wouldn't be identifiable to you. They're all kind of mysterious.
Okay.
Got some
And
good
then-
stuff there.
What?
You got good stuff there.
Just more information I can bring back to the college once we're done here.
All right.
And Thunder,
I
you would
show my
see.
like 5th notebook that has a bunch of shit poking out of it. There's like a leaf in it that I picked up somewhere, like bird feather or something. There's all kinds of shit
Right.
poking out of it. And I flipped to
All
like
kinds of
3/4
stuff.
of the way through it, and I'm like, see, I've been cataloging everything so far.
And Thunder, you would find another large door on this side of the room where Fail, you would notice that kind of next to you while you're in the heat of this fight, you didn't notice, is another small table. With it on top of it has a small like a jug, a decanter. And you would be able to tell that at one point this held water, but the water has long since like evaporated or been gone.
It's just sitting here.
Mhm.
Like pull it, pick it off, pick it up.
Yeah.
And
I mean, it's beautiful. It's
show
silver.
it to everybody.
I'll use elementalism.
Okay.
And beckon water into it.
So you're gonna mist water in it.
Oh damn! A lot of water.
I spray a cool mist that lightly dampens.
No, it says you create one clean cup. There you go.
Yeah. Alternatively,
Oh, yeah,
you
yeah.
create a clean cup.
Alternatively.
Okay.
Although you only have 1 minute before it evaporates, but you do fill it, and it looks pretty in there.
If nothing happens by the 59th second, I drink it really
Uh-huh.
quickly.
Okay. Yeah. You.
Yeah, I don't want it to go to waste.
Yeah, set it. Let's set
I
it back
also
down.
keep
then.
filling it with water.
Oh, more water. Here we go. Here we go.
More water.
And again, by the 59th second, I will drink it.
And now I'm thinking about all the times where like we could have just created water in the jungle and drank it.
Yeah, I've gone down
Yeah.
the river or the creek like at least 10 times.
Yeah, you
Well, the
think back to the
Gooseberry
parasitic
satisfies
water,
that.
the adventures that
Yeah.
died at drinking the water.
Hmm.
Okay.
Hmm.
Well,
All right, which
moving
door?
on.
North.
Jin, check
I
it.
say.
I mean, there was levers and stuff. And yeah.
Right. I say the opposite.
I'm gonna stand back here in case there's a trap.
Yeah, Jin.
I
Once
no longer
again,
think this is
you run your fingers alongside it. You test the grooves and the mechanisms. It's good.
And I will jiggle the handle.
JK.
Boom.
But you find that it is magically sealed.
What?
I cast
Tim?
Dispel Magic.
You die.
Let me find it. Cast.
Upcast it. You upcast
Yeah,
I
it?
you,
cast Outer spell onto Thunder.
Oh my gosh.
You attempt to dispel the magic that is forcing this door to be locked, but you are unable to do so. It does not break the seal.
I'm gonna go run to the other room, flip the switch, and then see if something happens to the door.
Whenever you go to the other room, you would see that the switch is flipped. There's nothing to turn here. It's already turned on.
I can't flip it back. Is what I mean. Like I'm thinking like I just turned the lock on. So maybe
Oh, I see. Yeah. After a few test tries, I guess you would find that either way, it's still locked.
Okay, I'll leave it flipped.
Yeah.
Alright. Forward.
I just opened the door.
Oh, wait, Halbjorn! Whoa!
Whoa. Hold
Start
on.
running
Make
in.
sure you check for traps next time.
I mean, at this point, there hasn't been any. So
Halbjorn, that's a rookie mistake.
I'm
You can't be
feeling
doing
Gonna
that.
check for
Yeah,
traps.
you can't get complacent.
Feeling froggy.
Complacency kills.
You ain't
feeling
out here in the
froggy.
street,
Speaking of
you-
our frog, what's he doing?
I douse
He's
him with
Atlas,
the.
unfortunately.
Oh, never mind.
You what?
And Jin,
Who does
once again, you check for the door. You feel good. No traps.
And you fall into a pit.
The group of you would continue into another room that seems to have some more materials here. In this room, there's more gemstones, crystals, more kind of metallurgy type equipment that you could tell whoever was here was experimenting with. Also, what you'd be able to find is on this far wall is a really large pile of stone rubble that is kind of piled up against the wall in a way that you haven't seen before yet in this temple.
I flip the hourglass.
And when you flip it, the sand all rises to the top magically once again. But what doesn't rise is the large stack of stone that is collapsed here.
Alright, no danger.
I,
But no
I
wormies.
want to move some of the rocks just to see if there's.
Okay. By hand?
Yeah. Because they're. What kind of rocks are they? Are they earth
Just rock
rocks?
Sandy
Get your
rocks.
hand in there. Get your hand in there.
Yeah, you begin to remove some of them, kind of pouring them out. You get a little dusty all over your tunic and whatnot. Your hands get all dusty. But as you
Yeah.
begin to reveal some of the rocks, you would see that underneath this collapsed wall is the frame of another mural.
I observed.
Well, you can't see it. It's still kind of buried.
Oh. Mold Earth wouldn't do this?
I remove rocks with my mage hand because I don't want to get dirty.
And the group of you kind of work to remove all the rocks. And finally, Thunder, you would be able to gaze upon this artistic wonder. This one's another beautiful one. The colors in it are really vibrant. You can tell that it was painted to depict a nighttime scene, only illuminated by the moonlight above. And what it reveals is a clearing in the jungle where fronds have been kind of pulled back as though you, the viewer of the art piece, are the one gazing through the jungle clearing to see what's through on the other side. And what you would see, illuminated by moonlight in the center of this jungle clearing, would be a massively large, almost pseudo-spectral parrot.
Yeah, go ahead and cut it out. And roll it up. Put it in my bag.
I mean, at this point, Thunder, we need to go hit the other murals. that we have already seen.
Yeah, I mean, guys, y'all can like look at the murals when we like kill all the little worm people. Like,
You think they're people?
well, they're not people. Like worm things,
Gross.
more like creatures. Yeah.
Worm.
And then I cast elementalism, and I want to
Okay.
beckon air to like clear off the dust off me.
Oh, nice. Yeah. The kind of.
I do it even better by prestidigitation. For
I hate Hobby.
Under, how does that make
Love
you feel?
I don't even look. I don't even like acknowledge him.
Aw.
instantaneously clean or soil an object no longer. Hey, at least I didn't soil you after you just cleaned yourself.
That sounds disgusting.
I was doing it as a
Thunder-
nice gesture.
Thunder walks off to the door.
I walked through.
He's mad. Oh, he's mad.
He's mad I
guys,
cleaned
here
him.
I
He's a cat. You
Just-
should be happy about that.
go.
He's a
That's
cat.
weird.
And the group of you walk into this next room. You can see that this one stores books and scrolls as well as some vases. And you would see it also sports a large window that once again kind of looks down into the chamber below.
Do we see
And-
like over here?
Yeah, if your character can see it, you can see it. Like it's
Okay,
open.
I'm gonna cast. So for elementalism. For beckon earth, it
Okay.
says, or you could cause a single. God damn it, he cast it. It says for beckon earth, it says, or you could cause a single word to appear in your handwriting in the patch of dirt or sand.
Yeah.
So over here, I cast Hobyorn, and I cast it again, and I put sucks.
Thunder.
And then I'm like, look at that.
as the group of you look through this window, I would like for anyone that is proficient in perception to roll me a check.
Oh yeah, baby. This is it.
Wow, look at that.
Oh, viewing sucks.
Damn.
Oh,
Searches books.
Yeah, no,
Oh.
neither of you see anything of note. As you continue onwards, Halbjorn, you begin to look through the books that are in front of you here, and you would be able to see that these books seem to almost miraculously so. Like you almost can't believe it, but they seem to be a broken archive, like a broken chronicle. Imagine like an encyclopedia, right, broken into volumes of whatever this thing was that lived here. It's their people's historical knowledge of Raptua.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely trying to.
oh,
I'm asking Azlus if I can use his whole, like if we could just put the whole bookshelf in the hole.
Right. Yeah, it's like an actual gold mine find. Like I said, you almost kind of can't believe it as you're looking through them just really quickly. Obviously, you don't have a lot of time, so you're just kind of skimming. But you're seeing a lot of years, a lot of dates, and a lot of events. So good enough for you.
And then after that, I walk over to the window, and I'm just kind of
Mhm.
looking out where everyone else is looking out. Damn it!
And all you see in the sand is Halbjorn sucks.
Imagine running
I
an
see
8
it.
as a wizard.
Yeah, it was for something else that we're
Oh.
looking for.
Okay, well whenever I see that.
Oh,
I know-
actually. Oh, I'm sorry, I cut you off. Your token vision is actually a lot better than everyone else's. So you see this rock in the middle.
Oh yeah, dark vision.
Yeah, no one else can. You would
I-
see resting on this rock in the middle a really large, like it almost looks like another rock on top of it at first. But after gazing at it for a bit, you would realize that it's not a rock at all. It's a giant, spiraling snail shell.
Ooh, boys, I found Unk. We gotta go into that room in the middle though. We gotta get through that locked door. And then I raise the sand in here, and also, as I'm looking out, pointing at Unk, I elementalism cover up the Hobyorn sex, and then I raise the sand.
Oh, you know what? This might be a dumbass move, but I'm gonna cast Misty Step.
Well, this is interesting. You teleport 30 feet to an unoccupied space you can see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see this.
Okay. Let me. Yeah, you you kind of disappear, and then you reappear.
Thunder?
And
What?
I'm gonna come
Thunder?
back to you in a second, Thunder, because you've changed things.
Where'd you go?
I call into the stone. Thunder, what are you doing?
I don't know.
Is there another switch?
Yeah, so in here, I like to think that you're almost completely ignoring this as you raise the sand and it goes up to the ceiling once again. You don't see a switch revealed below you. I would like for you to roll me another perception check since you do have proficiency.
Oh, I do too, David.
God.
Oh, then go ahead, Fayo.
Oh, actually, I realized I could have done something even cooler.
Well, I'm coming to you, so hold on.
Come on, baby. Ah.
As the two of you, as you raise the sand and the both of you kind of look up, Fayo, you would notice as the sand is rising, and you look up to watch it rise because it's kind of cool looking, you would notice that on the ceiling, directly above this tile, would be a switch on top of the ceiling. And as the sand rises up, it covers the switch, but it doesn't have enough weight to push it. You know what I mean? It just goes on top of it.
Yeah, I go, got it. Fifth is look. Jen next to me, right there.
Huh.
Put it back down. Put the sand down.
I put the sand back
I'll
down.
be on.
And I'm gonna pause there for a moment because I want to focus on what's going on with Thunder.
Oh, Jesus.
What's going on with Thunder?
What's going on with Thunder? You teleport to this room. And when you do, you kind of feel yourself slowly, not like quicksand, but just like kind of very slowly begin sinking into the sand a bit. And as that happens, you begin to feel trembling below you. And you watch as submerging from the sand are a vast array of subterranean fighters that feel you in their sand. And you watch as this Tilinkali next to you completely raises itself up. And you see all 8 of its legs, but most powerfully, you see its giant stinger raise up out of the sand as it's draping down behind you.
Interesting.
And I'm going to have all of you roll for initiative.
Thunder, we're way out here.
Anyone have missing stuff?
Thunder, we're way out here. And actually, what I'm going to do is all of y'all are going to enter initiative. I think that's the best way to like track what you're doing in this combat state, if that makes sense. Because y'all are doing something entirely different at the same time. Whoa, Halbjorn.
220s tonight.
Oh my god, he just can't stop impressing people. Wow.
That's amazing.
I'm Halbjorn.
Wow,
I rolled a bad
Halbjorn.
perception check earlier too.
He's just so cool.
He's so cool and handsome.
That
Okay.
sounds so jealous.
And
Halbjorn,
how tall
we're
is this
gonna
rock?
start-
Out of curiosity.
It's probably like 10 feet up out of the sand.
I'm going to lower the sand as
Okay.
a free action.
Yeah.
And then attempt to turn the switch with Mage Hand.
Okay. Would you mind linking Mage Hand for me? I just want to see how much like pressure it can
10 pounds.
carry more
Oh.
than 10 pounds. You can use
10
it
pounds.
to manipulate
10
an
pounds.
object, open an unlocked door, container stuff. Tough. I have no idea how to gauge pressure.
10 pounds
It's
of
10 pounds.
10
Why
pounds.
did Google? How much?
mean- Tim, how much? Yeah, how much is 10 pounds of pressure? How much is 10 pounds of pressure?
I mean, that's a
I'm
decent
fine.
amount.
on a
Like a 10
5
pound
foot,
dumbbell.
on a 5 foot lever.
Yeah. Right.
That
Yeah.
counts too.
Yeah, the lever includes like leverage too. Like you have to calculate the leverage.
The whole point of levers is
how long
leverage.
is the lever?
Wait, leverage?
It's more of like a
Depends on-
like a stone tile.
Yeah, stones.
Oh, then
aren't
I
as
guess it's
good
totally
leverage.
DM
That leverage
choice.
ain't
Yeah.
stone.
Yeah. I'm gonna say it's not strong enough.
Ooh.
Boo.
Hey.
Boo. Am I in danger? I'm about to do a vibe check when it's my roll. My turn.
You got a ways.
I have a feeling Thunder's in danger.
Okay, well, here's my thought, everybody. I can't do it now because I just used my action. I think we need to fill up one of these vases with sand, and we can use that pitcher to get the sand wet and then send that up with the sand in it.
Okay.
Like packed wet sand inside of the vase, and when I flip the thing, that sand should try to rise and take that with it, right? That's my thought.
I don't know, but I'll trust your judgment.
I don't know what that does though.
Wait, do you need the vase for that?
It's a pressure plate. What do you mean? Putting a giant vase full of wet sand up against the pressure plate?
Oh, it's pressure plate. Or lever.
Yeah, no, it's like a big pressure plate.
Moving on, yeah. Something heavy over there.
So yeah,
Heaviest thing we got.
I was just gonna say, let's just start putting wet sand inside of the vase and send that up.
Well, let's try it with dry sand first. Maybe.
Well, then it's just gonna lift out of the vase. You know what I mean?
Not if we put the vase upside down.
Well, then the sand won't stay in it.
No, but then when you flip the gravity up, you know how you flip it like upside down really quick, so it's
Yeah.
like seals itself. Yeah, and then you.
And I
flip,
want anyone that's proficient in insight to give me a check.
And then you flip the sand or the
Oof.
gravity.
And vibe
Flies
check?
up.
No, not me.
Is that anyone? Okay, it's one person.
Oh, I actually might have insight.
Sub 10 rolls are killing me.
I do have insight.
Nice.
Yeah, as the group of you are kind of like talking through this and discussing it, Jin, you and Ventus would remember the decanter in the previous room, the water holder.
I'm sorry, my headphones cut out. Could you say that again?
Yeah, you would remember that a pitcher was provided for the group of you in the previous room.
So, that's why I suggested the wet sand. I mentioned the pitcher earlier.
Did we bring it, or do I need
Okay,
to get it?
I was thinking it was a small decanter. It's a big one. Yeah, let's go get it.
Well, I think that's to get water
Oh, it's
in.
not my turn. Initiative.
Oh wait, maybe.
It's pretty far. I mean, I have to use a few.
And yeah, Ventus it kicked me out for some reason, so now I'm back in. Ventus, it's your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna look through the window and use my bonus action to cast Shield of Faith onto Thunder. And he
Aww.
gets 2 bonus AC, and I call him to the stone. Thunder, please don't get yourself killed. And then,
When I feel that, I do the deepest dab I've ever dabbed. Like I'm
Wow.
floating all the way down.
and then I'm just
Crazy dab.
I'm flying to the
Hell yeah. Wings
To the-
open, you go.
pitcher. And that's my turn, I guess.
Okay. Do you use your dash, your wind thingy?
Oh, I'll use dash as my normal action. I don't have I use my bonus action for my Shield of Faith.
Oh yeah, I see.
So
Yeah,
I'll
so
do
yeah,
another.
you can dash.
Okay. That like gets me like through this,
Mhm.
and then I see
And then you see it in front of you,
bum 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 bum.
the picture. Okay. Next, purple wormling. It's going to rush to you, Thunder. Obviously, going to multi-attack.
Doesn't make any sense.
It's going to try to bite you with its big mouth.
Weird.
It's going to hit.
Are you sure about that?
Yes, you're gonna take some piercing damage as it sinks its fangs into you.
That's fucked up.
Come on, Thunder. I got you +2 AC.
Now let's
He
use the
rolled
rest of this. You are not small, though, right?
Medium. Medium humanoid.
Okay, so you're good. You don't get
Oh,
swallowed.
he was gonna swallowed? Oh, God.
He's gonna swallow you. But he's
Oh,
also
cool.
going to whip out an attack with its tail.
Of course he would.
And that one does not hit.
I dab.
And, oh, I forgot. It's going to use the rest of its movement to burrow down back into the sand.
Naturally.
And next it's this worm's turn. That is going to race towards you. Shoom. Shoom. And it's going to do the same thing. One bite, one sting.
That's fucked up.
Bite misses.
I dab.
Stop dabbing.
'Cause as they're missing, it's because I'm dabbing. like to the left and to the right.
And it's also going to burrow. And it's your turn.
I kind of respect them because they are also using mold earth, so I can kind of like appreciate them by going into the sand.
Uh-huh.
It's like a brother recognizing a brother.
Wow.
Real recognize real.
Exactly.
Real real. Okay. Go ahead.
What do you mean? Who?
It's your turn.
It's your turn,
Oh,
you
okay.
got-
I'm like, what do you mean?
Figure it out, Thunder. We're coming.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast reverse gravity. Like basically
Whoa.
in the arena that I am in.
Yeah. The spell reverses gravity in a 50-foot radius, 100-foot high cylinder centered on a point within range. All creatures and objects in that area that aren't anchored to the ground fall upward and reach the top of the cylinder. A creature can make a dex save to grab a fixed object it can reach, thus avoiding the upward fall.
You basically just did
Um,
the hourglass.
the hour-
thing
yeah.
Times 3,000.
You watch as all of the sand begins to rise in this chamber, like the hourglass. These stone fixtures don't move, as you can see whenever the sand is removed, that they are kind of built into the ground of this chamber. But all of the other creatures in this chamber are going to roll a dex saving throw.
Yeah, ain't that pretty sand going to the top? It's violent. It's gravity, right? It's like
Yeah, no, it's
maybe
plummeting upwards. Does this apply to you too?
Well, it says gravity. I was gonna. I should have said I'm going to the rock and then casting that, but
Yeah. Yeah, you didn't say you were.
no, you're right. Yeah, I didn't.
All right, I'll need a roll from you two then. We might all be going up.
Okay. What also I wanted to do while you decide what's gonna happen is I want to activate my cloak of the white dragon.
Okay.
And once per day, I have a 40-foot like fly speed. So I was gonna try to use that to like try to get myself to the rock while like gravity is pulling me up. I'm going to the rock.
Let me think about how I want to consider this.
well, it's not an action day then.
It's not an action. Yeah, no, I would let you basically that'll be your movement. Like as you are losing gravity, you you fly. You open your wings like you've seen Ventus do so many times, except for this time it's kind of the cloak itself opens to be magical wings, right? You the cloak itself helps you fly as you bring yourself down and fixate yourself to this rock. You would watch as all of the other creatures except for one rise with the sand, going up to the top of this 100-foot tall cylinder. Whenever they reach the top, it says they are there for the duration, which is a minute. So they're all going up. You watch as one of them gets unearthed from the sand, and this one rises with it. You brought 4 of them up to the ceiling.
I'm looking through the window at my boys. I'm just like waving.
Should we come to you or?
I don't know
And
if I
Jen,
hear.
it's your turn.
Do
Yeah, I
listen?
don't
Do
think there's
can I
any
hear?
sound.
I'm doing the shrug.
I asked Fail, is it just the room south of us where that picture is? We said we needed.
What did you say?
Is it
Jen,
that
I'm like,
room right
freaking
south of
out.
us where that picture we need is?
Yeah, it was in the back on the rooms we just went to. I can teleport this direction too.
No,
And
I'm just gonna dash and then use all my movement to go 60 feet.
Okay.
That'll put me.
Here, I'll drag you. Meow.
And I
You
look
hustle.
around. Do I see the picture?
You don't. You realize
Okay.
it's in the next room.
That's what.
Damn.
Okay. This guardian that looks so cool, by the way, is just kind of up against the ceiling and is free floating in gravity. It's Fail's turn, but she's on the phone.
How high is this arena section?
I didn't really think about it. Probably not 100 feet high. Probably like 50 feet. So I'll just say they're 50 feet.
Okay.
100 feet, that'd be kind of tall.
That's a long. That's a long ways up. Go ahead, Fail.
yeah, I mean, I can see down in there enough, but it's dark as shit right in there.
Uh huh.
Yeah, I just can't do it. Is this like a little platform below me, or is that just the space between?
No, it's more like the space between, like the wall kind of between.
Okay. I'm just gonna bonus action, or not bonus action. I'm just gonna dash and go as far as I can, I guess.
Okay. Yeah.
Y'all get that lever turned. Yelling at Halbjorn, and I don't know how far. I should have measured that. Actually. But yeah, I'll in turn and just measure
Okay.
and get back to you.
Yeah. I mean, this guardian is also up, just kind of bumping up against the ceiling with no gravity. This worm is doing the same. Halbjorn, it's your turn.
I feel like a fucking idiot. I fly up to the ceiling and push the pressure plate.
With both your hands, you kind of press up against it, and I won't require a strength check. I think that you're a strong enough dwarf to be able to push it. And yeah, you listen as the switch kind of activates and the mechanism fires.
But also thinking that it's actually kind of good that people have started heading towards the door. So
Yeah, you shrug.
How high up was that?
Like 10 feet.
Okay, so I can still move. How many feet do I have? I'm assuming that was my action. That was not a free action. That was an actual action.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd say that's your action.
Okay. That's it.
Okay. Ventus, it's your turn.
And
But
I yelled
you-
in the hallway. The door's unlocked.
Go to roll a perception check for me, Ventus.
Okay.
You hear Halbjorn yelling down the hallway, and also you would hear this door. You would hear the mechanics of this door shift.
I'm gonna call into the stone and ask Halbjorn, did you get the door? I heard it make a noise.
Do I even have a stone?
Oh, that's a good question. I thought you had one.
And Thunder, you
Oh,
hear
I
from your pocket.
We only the original.
I
7
definitely have a
went
stone.
out, and we're missing over half of them. But,
Yeah,
I
Vince, or Thunder, you hear Ventus's
We were
voice coming
passing
from
out
the
like
stone
candy.
in your pocket.
I go, hey, Ventus.
Thunder, we almost have the door. Okay, well, since I guess I didn't hear anything, I'm gonna use my bonus action to step with the wind, dash,
Okay.
pick up this thing, and then start running immediately back. And then as I pass Jin, I just tell him, "Hey, wait for the door. Wait at the door. I got this."
And I
and as soon
I think
as
that
see
you would get
Ventus,
about
I'm like, the door's open. The
I-
door's
I
open.
think
I would have heard Halbjorn. I'm yelling too, like, no.
Yeah, I think that as soon as you emerge in this room, Ventus, the other two would be yelling at you because they definitely heard Halbjorn that the door's open.
Okay, well,
And I
I'll
just
get a.
yell, I forgot we could fly.
Okay. How could you forget that, Halbjorn?
You can fly too.
I know. Why didn't you tell me to fly? You told me to get the picture. Okay, well then I'm gonna run to Jin, and then use my advanced dash. Well, I'm trying to find the
It's so confusingly laid out. I think it's your
heightened focus. Or it's
heightened
on heightened
focus.
focus, but I don't get the option. I don't have the option for Step of the Wind.
Yeah, I don't know why. If you link out all of it.
Yeah. I'll put it out there, and then I'm gonna grab Jin, so he can run with me
All right.
to the door.
Naruto run.
Yeah, you get to go
Boom.
with them essentially.
Sorry, I don't really-
And then I open the door. All right, get in there, Jin. That's my turn.
Get in there. It is this worm's turn. Who I've been trying to read this spell to think. I don't think that he didn't go up, but I also don't think he can do anything. Like he's like holding onto the ground so that he doesn't go up. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
He's not immune from it now, just entirely. He just didn't go up then.
Right.
So I think the worm is just it's in survival mode and it's just going to continue gripping onto whatever it has holding. This worm's at the
makes
top.
sense.
It's your turn. You're kind of in the same predicament, whereas you're like holding on to not go up.
Do I have to hold myself down with both hands?
I don't know. You passed the
You're
check,
the
so
DM.
I'll just say that you're anchored. You can't move,
That's fine.
but
Can I cast?
but you can let go of like a hand.
Okay. So I hurl produce flame at the guy, the one that I see.
Yeah, the one down here.
Yeah.
Nice, that hits. I like to think you just kind of take a pot shot.
Yeah. I'm like, I see you.
As the two of you are struggling.
Why can't I click? Is that a click on it for the damage? Oh,
Oh, really?
damage. I'm done.
And you hurl a mote of flame. And with that, Jen, it's your turn.
All right. So, like using the momentum Ventus started me with,
Uh-huh.
I'm just gonna run in there.
And as soon as you cross the threshold, you would encounter the lack of gravity in this room. And so I need you to make a dex save for me as you kind of run in and immediately just kind of go out.
Super easy.
And reflexively, wait. Actually, I don't think that's enough.
I'm gonna use one of my lucky points and re-roll that.
Okay.
Oh shit.
I'm not used to telling you that a dex save failed.
Oh shit.
Easy.
Nah, never mind. He's a lucky boy. The first grab that you go for a rock kind of on the ground to stabilize yourself misses, but you reach out with your other hand and successfully anchor on, preventing you from going up to the top of this chamber. So you are kind of like thunder now. You're stuck in your position. You can let go of one hand at a time, but you can't really move.
Can I use my rope of climbing to like attach its max distance away and then like reel myself towards it?
Yeah, I mean, I would let you like basically spacewalk yourself.
Yeah, and I just want to like spacewalk myself into a position where I can like lunge and attack one of the worms.
How long is the rope?
1 second. It's got some length to it.
It's got some lane.
It is a 60-foot rope.
Okay, yeah, you can slowly start like extending yourself up to the top, while anchored still to the bottom. As you begin to head upwards to the top of this chamber with the worm that's next to you.
Oh yeah.
Okay, we'll have you slowly extending upwards.
This is fun, guys. Hi, Jen.
This guardian is also just kind of like bouncing up there, just kind of suspended. Fail, it's your turn.
Okay, so Kyle's gonna turn heel and start running back towards Hobbjorn, and as she passes him, it's faster this way. Come this and like come on, and starts running this way, and she can get all the way up to I believe right here. Oh,
Okay.
That door. And David, I can see through this window or
You
not.
can. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I mean, let's go. And I'll ready in action. Once Hobbjorn gets to me, I'm gonna helmet teleportation, just get us in that room somehow.
Okay.
And I'll be yelling,
Sounds good
"Bring
to
these lights! We need lights!"
Bring these lights.
Bring me light.
And it's this guardian's turn, this worm's turn, and Halbjorn, it's your turn.
I begrudgingly go with Fail, and I'll explain why.
Oh.
I was about to do something really cool. I was gonna stand at the window, and I was gonna use my Shadarkai robes, and I was gonna punch myself in the face and teleport into the room.
Oh shit! I mean, you can just do
I'll
that.
go with Fail. No, because that'd be my action. I'll go with
It does take an
Fail.
action. And you helm a teleportation, Fail, whenever Halbjorn gets to you.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, never been there, so just where I can see. Yeah.
I'm on my broom.
And
I'm on my broom.
She was gonna teleport us. She was gonna teleport us. So.
I immediately need a dex save from you, Fail, with the broom. How does a broom work with gravity?
He was prepared. He was prepared.
You're just hovering, right?
Yeah, I think it's like the gravity is reversed.
Like any other.
It's not turned
off.
It
doesn't matter.
So you just fly upside down now, essentially.
And he has to keep himself upright.
It doesn't say anything about like the lights being stopped by walls or anything. So can all of them just flood in here with me when I got teleported?
Yeah, I'm fine with it.
It's still concentration, so like I might have to break.
Yeah,
them, but for now they're there.
I was wondering why it was so dark. I just realized that it's a dark room.
And,
why is it so
I'm
gray?
just sending them all.
Fayo, you are unable to grab onto anything after you get into the room. The disorientation's too great. So you're going up. You're going up.
Shit.
You're zooming. Boop. And
So I didn't take
okay,
my action.
Hubrin. Yeah, you still have an action.
I was going to, but then someone teleported.
I'm trying to help you out, brother.
Yeah, I'm trying to like assess the room for a second because I'm like, what the fuck is happening?
It's very disorienting in here.
Are these worms burrowed in their sand?
No, anything with plus 50 feet are up, bobbing against the ceiling.
The only one that's not in the ceiling is this one. That does not have the plus 50.
This one.
Are they
He's on the ground
covered by
anchoring
sand
himself.
Or anything, or they're just
all the sand is at the top.
I mean,
he's just anchoring himself to the floor.
Floating. Like, are they obscured or anything by it?
Maybe like a little bit, you know, like it's like all kind of hazy up there, but they aren't like buried in the sand. Like you can still see them.
Alright, I was gonna maybe flip to the thing to send the sand back down to the bottom. But yeah, I'll fly up.
I mean, technically, you will only send the sand down, and they'll be exposed up.
But then the ones down
because
the
gravity
will not be exposed.
There's only one on the bottom.
If it's not affecting anything, I'm not gonna change anything.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, I see them all bobbing up and down. I'm like, okay, so I'll point up a chain lightning up there.
Perfect.
It's hit a target and then 3 bolts leap. So yeah, I'll hit this one and it'll leap.
Yeah. Yep.
Perfect. You can hit all
yeah, they're all gonna make a dex save. Oh god.
My ray of frost
then-
almost did the same damage as chain lightning.
Jesus.
Yeah, you watch as an arc of lightning splits from each one, rattling each as it goes by. You watch as this purple wormling just dies, completely
Yeah.
electrocuted. This one's gonna take half damage.
I also, David, can I also roll a d4 for glass damage now that I'm creating glass?
For glass damage.
Oh god.
This one takes half, and this takes full,
Yeah, science!
and this takes full. This one also dies, and now their dead wormy bodies are just kind of bobbing up against the ceiling.
Disgusting.
Okay, end my turn.
It is actually kind of disgusting. Ventus, it's your turn.
I step into the room.
And whenever you feel the gravity beginning to reverse on you, I think it would kind of just be the same where you just kind of open your wings and let the gravity take you a little bit, because like I said, it's not lack of gravity, it's reversed gravity. So you should still be able to fly through this just fine.
Perfect. Then I will fly to this rock with thunder. And then, which worm is still alive? Is it just this one?
Just this one.
This one's on the ground, and then this one,
Mhm.
yeah, I guess so. I guess the only one alive is on the ground.
All right, I'm gonna land next to thunder, and then I'm gonna point my finger gun, and I'm gonna shoot. No real gun this time. I learned from Hallview. You gotta have focus with the single, and I'm gonna shoot a sacred flame.
Nice. Okay. That
The worm has to do a
let's
dex
see.
save. Oh my god!
So dexterous. No finger gun. Womp womp.
Yeah, I'm kind of sad with that one. That's
Oh.
what,
I'm kind of sad.
I just look at my hand, and then I look at thunder, and I feel like
Yeah.
we have this similar.
Yeah, I tap
lessons
his
from
back.
Hallbjorn.
Yeah, I can relate to that.
and then my turn.
I shot a blink
fine.
earlier.
Okay, it's actually this worm's turn. Who can't move, he's stuck here, and I don't think he can reach you, Fail. He can't. He only has to reach a 5, so no, he's
Why you sound
stuck.
disappointed?
Well, she's up on the ceiling anyway. She's bobbing up.
Oh
and down
yeah,
on the
you're right.
ceiling.
I did some Googling, and I don't think they're bobbing like I originally thought. They can still stand and walk on the ceiling and like fight other things that are up on the ceiling, but they're just stuck
On the
up that
ceiling.
way. So like Fail, you can fight them and they can fight you. And you aren't you are muted. But you aren't like disadvantaged in any way. They just it's just reversed.
Yeah, I was hoping I was
Um,
definitely run on the ceiling and kill some stuff.
Yeah, that's just how it's gonna go down. Thunder, it's your turn.
Yes. Okay. What elevation am I?
I guess you're like
Because I'm
plus
not
10.
on the ground. Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. So I'm plus 10. I'm going to activate my staff of the wildling fire,
Okay.
and for summoning my my wildfire spirit,
Uh-huh.
it could manifest itself 30 feet from my location, right?
Okay.
So you said I'm 10 feet?
Yeah.
So essentially, my wildfire spirit will be like in the square that I just pinged,
Okay.
like 30 feet above me. So it will
Okay.
be plus 40.
Yes.
And then it says each creature within 10 feet of the wildfire spirit, other than me, when it appears, must succeed a Dex Dexterity saving throw,
Nice.
or take 2d6 fire damage.
Okay.
So this guy
Let me,
needs to roll a
Yeah.
dex.
Cheeky. I like it. Oh, and he will
Hell yeah.
fail. Fail. So what kind of damage did you take?
2d6.
Go ahead and roll
I'm
it.
assuming fire. Yeah, fire damage.
Yeah.
2 for that. Let me delete the 1.
Nice.
Noise. So that's an action, summoning him. So
Mm-hmm.
I believe I'm gonna read something really quick. A spell.
Okay.
I'm just gonna read it really quickly.
Go ahead.
It says you remain aware of passing time and cast spells on yourself while merged in stone. I have a question. A DM question.
Yes.
If I were to cast, why can I? Okay, there we go. Do not consume. If I were to cast meld into stone,
Yes.
right? In the middle it says while merged, I can't see what's occurring outside.
Mm-hmm.
It says I can make checks to hear sounds outside with disadvantage. I remain aware of passing time and can cast spells on myself while merged.
Mm-hmm.
But with Wildfire Spirit, I'm able to cast spells from my Wildfire Spirit.
Yeah.
So would I be able to meld myself into the stone and cast spells through my Wildfire Spirit, or no?
I'm gonna say no, only because it's a dangerous precedent.
No, that's fine. I'll just give you let me do something different. But no, that's fine.
Yeah, I like the creativity, but I think it would allow you to become an immortal thunder that can then cast spells.
Well, that is my turn. It would then be
Okay.
my spirit's turn.
Sure. Who is then gonna float the other 10 feet up because it has nothing to grab onto.
What's that?
It's gonna go the rest of the way up to the ceiling because there's nothing to grab onto. You summoned it kind of in midair.
Yeah, it has hover speed though.
Flies. Why?
It's a spirit.
It would still go. Hover just means you don't contact the ground, but you're still on the ground. If that makes sense.
Okay.
Like you walk like this instead of like this.
Oh, okay.
Because there are some spells that affect the ground, so you wouldn't be.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, as it is there.
Yep.
It will attack with flame speed.
Nice. That does not hit.
Lame.
So sorry.
And that is my turn.
Okay.
Actually, it is.
Jen, at this point, you have drifted to the top. You are now 50 feet, and you have kind of reversed. You are now upside down, walking on the ceiling. Trippy.
And I'd like to get in position to attack the one I'm close to.
You get in position, you realize that this one's dead. It was fried by chain lightning.
Then from where I'm at, I'm just going to shoot at one of them with my chromatic bow.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. And I feel like this would be a particularly trippy fight because there are those of you on the ground fighting, and then reversed on the ceiling, there are now people fighting. So it's like a stacked fight with gravity in both directions. Pretty cool.
If I do say so myself.
And are you taking the left one or the right one?
The left one.
Okay. Go ahead. Oh, baby.
Ooh.
You fire that arrow with reversed gravity as it lights up a little red, and fire begins to streak off of it as you do so. Is this a sneak attack because the spirit is next to it?
I believe so. Let's go!
Okay, so there's the normal damage.
Okay.
And then we need critical sneak attack damage. Because I think the sneak attack also crits. Doesn't it?
You'd have to tell me on that one.
What I would do is on your chromatic bow, go to whenever you click damage under situational bonus, do 8d6 because you also get the 2d6 from the fire damage of the bow, and then click critical hit.
Okay, 1 second.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's.
I don't know
more
if I
than
did that
was
right.
thinking. No, I think that's right. No,
Oh
that
my
is right.
goodness.
Yeah, you strike this thing in the fucking heart.
With the fucking heart.
The chitin armor just pierces right through as you crit on a sneak attack. Pretty crazy.
Damn, Fayo, why did you give this bow up? This shit's insane.
You're
Like
muted,
it's the
Wake,
bow
though.
that did that.
Okay, anything else, Jen? Any movement or anything?
No.
Okay. It is this thing's attack. And it is going to... It's actually like pretty smart, so it's not going to care about this wildfire spirit, and it's going to attack Fayul. It doesn't have a multi-attack. It has
That's
3
crazy.
attacks. So it's going to go for a longsword swing, which is going to hit. It's then going to go and swing around with its spiked chain. Which does not hit. And then while you're focused on the chain, it's only going to come down with its giant stinger and try to impale you with it. And you just bring up Snakebite and deflect away the giant tail. And almost poetically, it is your turn, Fayol.
Get him.
We can't hear you.
Fucking push to talk. Internet struggling for a second here. Okay. Can you apply that damage? I wasn't able to.
Yeah, I can.
Okay. And then it's just not even there as an option. Okay, so yeah, I mean, ease up on me, right? So
Oh, yeah.
I'm swinging.
And then 30
Oh
easy
no.
hit.
You're probably gonna have to push buttons, David. I just hit attack and nothing happened.
Okay, no worries. You hit a 30, so...
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm 31.
And you rolled a 14 for damage.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, again, yeah, I'll definitely just hit him 2 more times real quick and just try to kill this guy right in front of me.
19, that hits. Maximum damage with 18. And you go for one more strike. As you bring down Snakebite, it hits. And go and describe how you kill this scorpion folk.
Yeah, I like to think it took all 3 because I was just so disoriented. But once I got my feet by the 3rd hit, like it was solid and just right through his chest and right back out, like a dart. Boom, back out.
Nice.
And now I'm standing strong, upside down, looking at the next one. I'll bonus action throw out my shield again.
Okay, cool.
Enter.
And it's this Guardian's turn, and it's going to move all the way to you, Jen, as it skitters across the ceiling.
Skitters.
With its scorpion legs. And it's going to do the same multi-attack on you. Once with its longsword.
Not even close.
Which misses. Once
Get
with
outta
the
here.
large spiked chain.
Ooh.
Not
Get
even
outta
close.
here.
What? And
Yeah.
one last one with the stinger as it brings down the massive tail.
Does that spike chain like wrap him up?
Get outta here.
You know. for that
Yeah, this gotta be. Yeah.
It wraps him up. No.
Grabs a rock
No,
and
but
falls off his hand.
he misses everything. Halbjorn,
Just dab it
it's
on
your
him.
turn.
I see this one down here that's just chilling, and
Yeah.
it's not like a threat. And I see the one move over to Jin, so I'm like, oh shit. So
Holding on to dear life. He's just chilling over there.
he's just chilling.
Just
He's not
straight
trying
chilling.
to attack anybody, so whatever. I guess.
He's just worming out.
Hey, worming man.
Just worming.
He's remaining limp over there. We gotta kill him pretty soon.
He's just a limping.
Just a lamp.
Let's get one of these guys. Up on the ceiling where Ventus and Thunder are not.
Oh yeah.
So throw it
All right.
straight up into the sand.
And you kind of watch as the reverse gravity catches it as it then goes upwards and
yeah.
collapses on the ceiling above you.
I pretend to shoot it like a gun. I pretend it's like my bullet.
6 ones out of 10d4. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, wow. That's actually super unfortunate.
But he will.
But you
take
do
damage at
splash
the
him
end
with-
of his next turn.
Ooh, okay, I need to remember that. Because you do splash him with acid, as you can hear the hissing sound of his chitin being burnt. Hiss. Anything else, Hobian?
Nah, that's it.
Ventus, it's your turn.
Alright, I'm gonna just fly up to this dude over here, and I'm just gonna give him a couple roastings of the
Mm-hmm.
Breath of the Dragon.
There's a couple roasts.
Just hopefully we just.
Oh,
Dude, this guy's the most dexterous worm that's stuck to the floor ever.
those
He's holding on to, dude, he has like 27 fucking legs. He's just holding on.
He's committed.
27 legs.
Fire damage or half fire damage,
Uh-huh.
and then I'll do it again.
Okay. Ooh.
Oh, better.
Your that deck save should be higher. It's your yeah, I'm looking at it right now because it just doesn't seem right.
Yeah, just a 13.
Yeah.
To be based
It's
off
8 plus your proficiency, so 8 plus 5, 13, plus your wisdom, another 3, which is 16.
Ah.
Which will help that because I've kind of noticed that. I guess he still would have beat that one, but we can.
Yeah.
I'll change it in your sheet. And that feels also okay. So he'll take all 21. Man, that was a good roll.
Yeah.
As you roast this wormy, and you
Yes.
watch as it burns to death.
I just give Thunder a thumbs up. And I end my turn.
Yeah.
Nice.
That motivated me.
You had 7 less die on my vitriolic sphere and did more damage. It's crazy.
Thunder.
Yeah, I used my left handgun, finger gun last time. Now I use my right. I inspect my hand really quick. I look up, line up the shot,
Forgot I was
and I
right-handed.
cast. Yeah, I used the wrong one, dude.
That's
And
totally
then I'm taking Hobjorn. I'm taking some inspiration from Hobjorn, and I'm using Acidia.
Nice.
And I'm shooting up
You
into the
lob up
sky.
your ball of poison.
Hobjorn's like, oh, I wonder how he knows that spell.
That actually probably would be really interesting to Hobjorn because you know that this isn't like a natural spell. This is like a crafted spell.
Yeah, it's definitely like, what the fuck? And I see it as a fireball but acid.
Yeah, yeah, you would know that some fuckery went around with this spell.
Yeah. Hobjorn only did 17 damage on his. We're at it 39.
By the time you miss, you produce
Anything else, Thunder?
Nah.
Okay. And Jen, it's your turn.
I'll strike back at this guy who embarrassed himself in front of me.
Yeah, that was a total humiliation.
I should have hideous laughter on him.
Oh.
Oh, the humiliation continues.
No.
Can't get too
Like, maybe
cocky
we
in
shouldn't say
D&D.
anything. Like that happens a lot.
And you strike his like chitinous armor, and it just
So funny.
rings out as everyone hears that.
Pass.
Dude, I'm about to kill this guy who embarrassed himself. Watch this.
Well, you got
Em-
the nick. Or, oh, is that not a dagger? Never mind.
No,
Short sword.
Thunder or Fail, it's your turn.
I can't even see this guy. I don't even know what's going on. I feel like we've killed everybody and I'm on top of the world.
You
There's
can't
one guy up there.
yell out to them.
Yeah, I'll be like, you're still fighting? What's going on?
Yeah, over there. I'm trying to just point in that direction.
Yeah, hold
Okay.
on.
Like up or whatever.
And I'm like, just run that way.
Yeah, I'll start running roof-wise. They gotta stop throwing those fireballs and stuff. I think that's 30. Is that 30?
And then you see him.
Oh no, that's only 25. Haha, and I have the level. I'll
Get him,
keep my-
Fail.
I'll keep my 5 foot of distance, and I'll smack this dude 3 times in the face.
Nice. The
oh, that-
Tinclali Guardian.
That thing's not ready yet anymore. Apologies.
Yeah, Fail.
And I don't get to see
Hits.
any of my stuff. For whatever reason, I don't get to see any of it.
Oh, I'll roll
25.
damage for you.
And I just attacked again. You did the damage for me?
Yep. You hit a 12, and you strike out again. You hit a 15. One more attack.
Get him.
Okay.
Oh.
So that did-
That one doesn't hit.
Oh no. Okay.
15.
Oh, my fucking spirit didn't go.
But if your attack roll with this weapon misses a creature, you do have the graze property. You can deal damage to that creature equal to the ability modifier used to make the attack roll.
Yeah, so 2 5s, right? I think that's what that meant. Wait, what?
1-5.
Oh, I thought I missed twice.
No. I'm sorry. You only missed once.
Oh, okay. Well, the second one, I definitely wanted to like give him a little extra distracting strike for D10.
Sure. Go for it.
Yeah. So that way, anybody else.
And that.
Let's go.
Hell yeah.
Let's go.
Oh shit. And he turns into a fireball of fucking healing. Because of my wildfire.
Oh yeah.
spirit.
I thought you were joking, but you're right.
I was gonna say it earlier, but you keep going past me so quick, David.
I'm sorry. I'm an eager boy.
My wildfire spirit gave you a side eye, just so you know.
I feel dizzy and tired.
Whoa.
Whoa!
Turned into the sun.
And he turns into the sun. Now we have an interesting not problem, but situation here because
I'm just
the
turning it
combat
off.
has emptied.
Yeah, I was
Okay,
like, can't
you
you
just-
just end it?
No, okay. Continue what you're saying. I wasn't gonna do
No,
that.
you can just end it.
Okay.
When you end it, it does specifically say they all fall to the ground.
I'm gonna turn the thing over to get all the sand out of here still, though. Just fuck sand.
And
Can I attempt to catch Jin?
For every 10 foot.
yeah,
I'll take it.
yeah. So I need 5d6 from Jin and Fail as they come crashing down from the ceiling.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oops, too many. Minus one of these.
It's okay. You get the healing ball of sun.
Yeah, I got that. Man. I walk over to it amidst the body of the thing.
That's the last time I joked with David with ending a reverse gravity spell.
Dave, you compute that damage on me. I can't see any
Yeah,
of it.
I got you.
I can see spells, and that's it. Like no.
Oh wait, hold on.
Or loot the bodies.
Yeah, you find some cool stuff. There's some neat stuff in there.
This is a reaction. I forgot.
Oh. I did think that after they come crashing down, you pull out your spell book to look up Featherfall.
Wow.
You give me that last D6, that last 10 foot. That's it.
And congratulations, you did it, Thunder. You survived.
+7 to
can't
Jen.
Aw.
Hop to
That's
eat
for
here.
Jen. That's sweet.
Look at all the dead bodies everywhere.
Yeah, they also came crashing down. It's kind of gross.
Just came in here. Look at it. Look around, Thunder. That's a lot.
I'm gonna prop
That's
up
a lot.
this rock right here and wait for Thunder. to
Another
pull the bell.
+12 to Jen.
What are you waiting for, Hobjorn?
For Thunder to go through the ethereal. I'm assuming.
Oh,
Unk
right.
will be where the rock is.
Another 11 for Jen.
Wow.
Again, last time I
Wow.
joke about
Thank you.
ending a reverse gravity spell with David.
When will you learn your actions have consequences?
Yeah, Thunder.
Are y'all ready for the for me to ring the bell, guys? I'm asking for consent.
Let's do it.
Do it.
Uh,
I
Thunder, that
heard
was a pretty
Vince just
sweet
say
spell
do
you
it.
cast earlier.
that was you that put me
I-
on the seat one. That's crazy.
That's
Let's
pretty
ring
cool.
the bell.
I ring the bell.
We'll talk about that.
And
ring the bell.
yeah, you ring the bell, and when you do so, you the group of you watch as you transition to the ethereal plane, and kind of like you predicted, when you do so, you see waiting for you on top of the rock is the spiritual presence of a huge snail, like this. And the group of you would see that you are finally in the presence of the almighty Unk.
We met him before though.
Mm-mm.
No.
In the cave, the snail.
You would realize that that snail that you saw, just like so many of the other trickster gods, they represent or are even the enlightened kind of avatars of a naturally occurring species of creature. Imagine like the Kamadan and Shigambi, right? Neng Neng and the Grung, or Moa and the Jaculi. In those same ways, you would, Thunder, realize that you have definitely seen what Unk is before in the wild, which is a little different than an actual snail. You can see that it's a little stranger. But you would watch as Unk emerges from his shell, his spiritual body kind of filling the room, not only with a glow of light, but also kind of a warmth that would surround the group of you as you wait for him to acknowledge you. And you hear his voice fill this chamber as he speaks out to you. You have found me.
Hello.
Hello, roaring thunder.
Oh no.
How's
You
it
all hear
going?
this?
And yeah, all of you would hear this. You don't see like necessarily a mouth that he is speaking from, although the voice is also not in your mind. You can feel it kind of reverberate in this room as the sand falls off the walls when he speaks.
You know all of our names?
I do.
What's my name?
I test them. Yeah, I like who's that.
And one of his eye stalks kind of turns to you. You can see he has 4 of them. Fire Linden.
Okay, he's brutal.
Oh, snap.
How do you know that? Are you like that owl guy in his magic library?
And you can hear kind of a soft humming come from Unk. He because of the way that his body is, he doesn't really have facial expressions. Instead, you can kind of read his responses from the way that he hums. It's a low, deep hum that fills your chest. I have visited this library many a time, but no, I have been told that you might arrive here. I wasn't sure to believe it, but I held hope for you.
Who told you?
Another deep hum. The World Tree.
I love the World Tree.
And why were you hoping for it to meet us?
I have heard much of your adventure, your journey, and what you seek. You are promising. You are good. But most importantly, for all of us, I think, you are strong.
It's got chills.
I know what you came here for. But I would like to impart upon all of you something more than what you came here for. If you would give me the time to share.
I sit down, crisscross applesauce.
Oh yeah, I see Thunder do it. I follow suit. Thunder knows.
And once again, you feel the deep hum resonate out from Unk as the group of you slowly kind of sit down and lay down in the sand. That's now warm and soft. It's almost like you're on the beach with this giant snail. I will do my best not to take too much of your time, as I know it is precious. But like I said, I know why you're here. I know what you came here for. But I can give you more than what you came here for.
Well, I mean, yeah,
Yeah, we're ready.
sounds good. I like that.
Yeah, I get down even lower. Like now I'm laying down.
I feel like the tattle we don't know about either, and I just set him next to me.
And you hear another deep hum resonate from the snail. Let's start by me teaching you the history of the totem beasts.
Shit. Not trickster gods, but totems?
I think it is time for you to learn why you're doing what you're doing. And with that, we will end our session.
Damn.
Unk.
Unk.
By the way, his followers are Unk folk.
Unk folk. Before y'all leave, I want to show y'all something that I think y'all will get a kick out of. So I'm going to share it in the general chat. But obviously, as y'all knew, this temple is the exact same temple that y'all ran whenever that half group was sent to Malnova. And these are the notes out of my notebook that I used to do this temple again.
Oh my God.
And all of those murals that you saw were the exact same murals you saw the first time you came through.
Oh, wow.
Damn.
Which
pretty
also
cool.
is a testament to how long this has been cooking.
Cooking.
Because all of these murals are like very important lore pieces that you don't really know yet, but are just as relevant as they were.
Yeah, I remember we had the dry erase board drawing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were
Dang.
drawing the rooms.
Yeah. It was so fun making this map for real.
Oh.
I'll remove like all the walls and lighting and stuff because it's like
Nostalgia
the
reasons.
evolution of
That's dope.
of that little drawing.
Yeah, David, if you want to just send me an image of that, that'd be great. I ran this. I've ran this for the kids before. Like,
Oh really? That's funny.
like 3 years ago, or like it was
Yeah.
shortly, like 6 months after we played it. But yeah, this one always stuck with me, man. It was so cool, and like I knew the whole time the lever was on the top.
Yeah.
I remember most of it. I remember Carter with his chromatic orb. That's all I remember, him shooting that, and like
Aslo's
That's
fighting
funny.
the stone
man.
sentinel thing, or the
yeah, it was like he made us not fight. Like the Sentinel made us let Aslos just fight him by himself. Like it was pretty. No, we had to sit back on that. Like yeah,
what
You
was
already
the
know
point of the
all of them.
vase again?
It was exactly like you said. It was get the sand wet, so it'd be heavy enough. But y'all could fly this time, so it kind of you couldn't fly
funny.
the first time.
It's alright, we wasted like
Uh.
3 turns of not flying first before.
No, it's okay. It's kind of funny. Here's a picture of the other side, the water one that y'all did.
Yeah, I want to see that one. Yeah,
I want you to make that
Oh
one.
my god.
Just to see what
Yeah, I
the
know,
looks
right?
like.
Oh
That one
yeah.
Yeah.
The water.
I remember the whole.
Hanging with the
Yeah.
jellies!
The jelly.
There were the waterfalls
yeah.
that changed direction.
Yeah.
Ice
Dude,
golem,
dude.
yeah.
Dude, Manny, you did
Like
like
the octopus
3
thing we had to fight.
things.
Yep.
I remember Manny doing like 3 stupid things. Like one time he took a nap while everybody went else into the other room.
No, the best part was literally I was the first one to go in because I was a jellyfish and I went through like the hole or whatever and I was like, what do I see? And you're like, you're a jellyfish, you can't see. I'm like, he's like, but you feel something swimming. I'm like, fuck.
I remember we had to fight giant tentacles coming out of the water while we were standing on platforms.
Yeah, that was dope.
It's funny you say that because I have a page. This is like before I even knew like what stat blocks were. Like I wrote every stat block out for myself, and so this is the stat block for the tentacle because
That's so funny.
I didn't know how else to do it. I just wrote it.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
so
dude.
funny.
No, that's what you're supposed to do right there.
God,
Like,
That's a DM right there.
Imagine having legible handwriting.
Yeah. What the fuck?
Yeah. If I showed you my notes, yeah, it'd be. What the
Giant
fuck is
cave
that?
octopus.
I can't even read my own notes half the time. I'm just like, what did I write here? What the fuck?
But this is the kind of stuff that we'll go over together, Jacob, whenever we get that time, because it's so funny looking through all that kind of stuff. I have a page for each of y'all with your like memory stuff.
Do
Your
you have the
recap.
page
Oh,
where
yeah.
do you have the page where you wrote down like what would happen to me if I rolled wrong when it happened to that Felix situation?
Felix.
Because you're like,
Yeah.
oh, one of them was that you were gonna die. I was like, what?
Let me show you.
He had a
I was
roll
like,
table, and yeah,
nuh-uh.
one of them was you just die.
Yeah, I was like, what? This is D&D. It's only been like 3
Remember,
sessions.
we
What
were
the fuck?
you were having an argument like, what if I want to be a vampire? And we're like, well, we would kill you.
It would have been fine. It would have worked. Y'all were my guy.
Albert was definitely like, maybe it would work. Like, I remember, like,
Oh,
kinda
shit.
like,
There you go.
Kills Thunder. Oh my god.
Felix comes into your LA. Felix lets Thunder listen. Jesus.
Impersonates Thunder.
Kills
Oh,
Thunder.
Jesus.
tax collector.
That would have been bad.
I guess it was 2, right? I
That
guess.
was bad. Yeah, that was 2.
Yeah. Damn.
That's awesome.
My favorite part was me mold earthing my limp body out of the cave.
Yeah.
All he had.
That's
What
funny.
does it say? Grub and yolk? Grub?
Grub and Yoki. Who's Grub?
I don't know. That's what I'm asking. What I'm wondering.
There are a couple of
Oh, yeah,
names.
the
Where it's like
text.
I have no. Who's Durza?
Who's Alamon?
That one was Carter's
That's Carter.
That was Carter.
Oh, that was his wizard.
The wizard that never used magic.
He used chromatic orb. It's magic.
Yeah, dude. I'll never forget it.
Was that his first character?
All he had-
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then he
used
became the
the
blood
whole battle.
hunter guy. Played like 3 sessions and quit.
I felt like
Yeah.
Alamon he was a different name.
Yeah, I just don't think his name came up very often.
my
it was always just like him or the wizard.
Magic man.
Magic man. This is a good session, guys. Y'all are so close. Like we're after this next, like you're about to get a massive lore dump, and then after that, it's like kind of off to the races, and then over.
Fuck yeah.
Damn.
Kind of
Right.
crazy.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
able to get into the room.
Not the over part.
I was gonna meld into the stone and just wait for y'all.
I mean, that would have been smart, honestly. The reverse gravity was
Yeah.
also very smart. That was clever.
Man,
It was
I
cool
hoping I
with the
could punch
thematics of
teleport
the
myself.
hourglass.
Yeah. This was fun,
Very cool. Very cool.
and we knocked it out.
Okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Yeah, great that we didn't skip it. Alrighty, guys.
Alright. Catch you guys
Get
I'll
him
talk to
Thank
you
you,
later.
So next Tuesday, back right?
Next Tuesday. Yeah.